It's Dark Matter with Midwest Ghost Hunters at Pythian Castle in Springfield, Missouri. Thank you for downloading another episode of our podcast.
Whatever podcast platform you're listening on, go on, like, comment, share. Anything you wanted to say about the podcast, do anything there on the platform itself. It really helps us out dramatically.
Erika and Kat, we did an investigation at their house back in May in Sparta, and they're asking if we can come back. They want for Erika to stay with us.
I think that's a good idea.
At the investigation to see if we can get a little more that way, because she has sent pictures of herself with scratches all over.
Well, her partner was affected by that too.
Yes, Kat had pictures on her iPad of scratches on her back. That one was like very deep.
My memory is so terrible. I don't remember exactly what happened. What did we catch there? Did we get good audio?
Yeah, we caught a lot of audio there. We're going to play some of it today.
I remember the garage. I remember something was thrown.
There was all kinds of different things that was going on. We got walking in the back area of their house where there's nobody was at. This is a location where Ty kept getting a lot of vocals. Ty was the one tagging a lot of vocals that were in the back bedroom areas. There was a lot of stuff back there. And also Ty and I got the shadow that was in the garage too.
And we did have something, when me and John were in the garage, something loud happened out there that we couldn't see what it was because it was dark. It was dark at the time, and that was before they saw the figure in the garage. But to answer your question, we got quite a bit of stuff there.
Oh, and the weird lighting issue. Didn't we run into, wasn't the lamp coming on and off?
Yeah. I forgot about that. That did happen, yes. And we asked them if they had a remote control app or something, but that might have been, accidentally triggering the lamp. And I don't remember specifically what the answer to that was, but they said they weren't controlling anything. So we did, that lamp kept going on and off. I forgot all about that. But I thought today, since that's an investigation that we're going to do, a reinvestigation we're going to do coming up here pretty soon, I thought today we would refresh ourselves on what we did catch there, since it's becoming pretty obvious. None of us remember. I don't think we ever found a significant, if we did, someone jump in and correct me, a reason why they were having...
No, there was we really couldn't tie anything to that.
Do we ever really?
Well, sometimes we're able to at least come up with a theory or a concept. I mean, the house is not... What Chris is talking about is, I was thinking when we first rolled into this thing, that they lived in some sort of an old farmhouse out there. That's what I was thinking, and I don't know where I got that.
I did too. So we misinterpreted something along the way.
Yeah, because I could have swore that Erika had talked about the fact that the house that they lived in was an old farmhouse. Now, maybe in hindsight, what she talked about was that this was a subdivision built on an old farm. That could be, but that's true of everywhere here.
Right. I was kind of looking through our what we wrote as our synopsis from the last time we were there, and just refreshing my memory here. Kat is the one who had scratches on her back. She's the partner. And then Erika was the one who goes into the trance-like state. Remember, she was on the podcast.
Yes. Yeah.
And she talked about that, where her eyes go black, and she goes into a trance-like state, and whatever. I don't say whatever to minimize it, because I mean she went through that when she was here on the podcast, and she thinks that if she's there with us when we do the investigation, that we might have that it would be significantly more.
I think it would be kind of neat to have Ty follow her with video and see if we can document that trance. Let's see if her eyes do go black. Let's see if anything like that does happen while Ty is rolling video on it.
Yeah, for sure. And see, I mean, if you'll recall, this is the house where the knife was thrown.
Right.
So
yeah,
we can see
seriously,
if we can get a knife thrown at Ty and get that
Absolutely.
on video, that would be pretty.
I mean, Ty and Hunter can take that.
I don't know. I'm not going to throw Hunter under the bus.
Well, no, but Hunter kind of helps him with video.
Oh, okay. He's not here to defend himself.
No, I'm not saying throw the knife at Hunter. What I'm saying is that if we can get video of some of this stuff, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. So we're going to do that investigation, a reinvestigation here coming up pretty soon. I thought today we would go through what we caught there, even though it was just this year, this spring. I can't remember specifically what we did catch there. I'm looking through, and we caught a bunch. There's a lot of EVPs here.
There's some of the other stuff that we did catch at their house too, because this is part of another EVP project I'm working on. A lot of times, since we've been doing the podcast, we always focus on the really cool, the go home and that kind of stuff is what we will focus on. We caught walking walking in empty rooms. That is paranormal. You know, I mean, that's there's a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm looking through here, and it's like, my God, I don't remember catching all this.
Yeah, there was a ton. There was a metric ton there.
Well, is this what we published on the website, or is this just everything? Because a lot of this stuff we might have.
This is what we put on the website. Oh, yeah, we didn't put it all on here. This is what we put on the website. And I listened to a couple before we started here. It's like, damn, I forgot about that. There's some good stuff on here. So I thought we'd run through a few of these and play those as we prepare to go back to Erika and Kat's house in Sparta, which, like John said, for whatever reason, when we pulled into the drive, I kept double checking the address because I was like, this can't be
Yeah,
it.
because I remember, I don't know where I got that, but somebody had said that this was like an old farmhouse, like 100-year-old farmhouse.
Yeah, that's and maybe this house was built, around. I don't know. I don't know the answer, but I thought the same thing when we pulled in there. But yeah, it was just to clarify what you might be envisioning as you listen to this podcast. It was just a normal-looking subdivision house. Let's run through some of these EVPs. You'll remember them as we play them, but I have completely forgotten about these. Let me go ahead and just play the first one. Here it is.
Like a wheeze?
Yeah.
I just heard something breathing in here, guys.
Yeah.
Is it charging?
What was
Do you
that?
hear that shit?
Yes, I did.
You hear that fucking growl?
That was a growl.
I don't remember that happening.
That was the very first one John sent.
There was a ton of those things that was going on, and it was Tyler that kept tagging the EVPs at that place, which is kind of unusual.
Bobby was the one that.
Well, she was the one sitting on the floor listening to the master mix.
Bobby actually had heard some too that was on here as well.
I got more. Let's go ahead and keep rolling through these.
That was a good. That first one was a good.
You want me to play it again?
Good growl. Yeah.
It was a good something. I don't know what's going on there, but here it is again.
Like a wheeze?
Yeah.
I just heard something breathing in here, guys.
Yeah.
Is it charging?
What was
Do you hear
that?
that shit?
Yes, I did.
You hear that fucking growl?
That was a growl.
Yeah, that is a good one. And we've got more here. I'm going to roll right into the next one here. Here we go.
Vocal.
Somebody just whisper?
Vocal. Was a whisper.
It was right at the beginning there. Did everybody?
Yeah, do that again.
Vocal.
Somebody just whisper?
Vocal.
You know what that sounds like to me?
No.
Who's that?
It was a what was that? There.
Let's go ahead and keep on rolling here. Bobby was sitting on the floor, I think, for most of the night listening to the master mix on the headphones. So she was able to hear things from every microphone.
Well, that's true. And Bobby's also very loud on these, too, when you hear her.
Yeah.
She's not whispering at all.
I don't know if she knows how. All right, here we go. I'm gonna play another one here. Here it is.
Headphone jack.
All of them are summing.
Did you hear it again?
That's Bobby.
Friends, it's there.
So yeah, Bobby was listening to the main mix there, and she was able to hear things that the rest of us necessarily weren't able to hear at the moment.
What's the actual EVP in this one? Because all I heard was her.
It was her reacting to hearing a growl. Now the growl may be on there. I was thinking it was. Let me play it again and listen a little closer. Here we go.
Headphone jack.
All of them are summing.
Did you hear it again?
Okay.
Friends, it's there.
Yeah. See, I didn't put these on here chronologically. I mean, I should have put that one after a couple of these.
So that's
others.
just a reaction?
Yeah, that's a reaction to hearing it on the headphones. Let me roll this one. Here we go.
That. And I don't know what that was.
Well, what are we laughing at?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. This is the one. See, we have some growls we caught on audio. I should have played Bobby's reaction one. I should have put it after all these, just to kind of give it some context. Let me go ahead and play this one.
Chris took my headphones. All right, hold on.
I guess it's,
I mean, there could still be some power in it.
yeah, stored.
Okay, I'm going to roll that again.
I heard that.
There's a growl in the beginning.
And the EMF detector goes off too. Let me do it again.
Chris took my headphones. All right, hold on. There.
I guess it's,
I mean, there could still be some power in it.
yeah, stored.
I remember us going through that one, trying to debunk it, thinking maybe it was the cushion, the leather cushion.
Right.
And we recorded that, a couple times. We couldn't get it to make any sound that sounded like that. We
Doesn't
put it up
sound
here
like a leather cushion to me. That sounds like a
Demon.
Sounds like a demon.
like a low growl of something.
Okay, here we go. And here's the next one.
What the fuck was that shit? You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's in there? It was? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that one again.
Is this just another are we a reaction channel now?
Well, I don't know. Hang on. It's supposed to be on there. It says this EVP was heard by everyone in the room. It may be at the very, very beginning. Let me roll it again.
There.
Okay, it was at the very beginning.
That shit.
Yeah, it was at the very beginning there.
And see, the reason why I tagged all these things in here again, because Ty was the guy. Ty was probably the biggest tagger that night of
Ty's always the biggest tagger.
stuff that was going on.
I didn't get to use the word I wanted to use. I'm gonna keep going here. Here's another whisper. This was Dustin and Tyler that heard this one.
I have, unlike these other peeps.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Whisper?
The light flickered.
That was a whisper, and then that's where we're having the lighting issues.
I have, unlike these other peeps.
What the fuck was that?
Did you hear it there?
Yeah, it was at the very beginning. The whisper, is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's not as loud as the others, but it's there.
There's also walking in the empty room. That's one of them that's on here.
I don't remember the blue light that we're talking about here.
I do.
This is in the garage.
No, it was in the room where we set up the pod track.
I don't remember seeing it. I remember seeing it before in other houses, but I don't remember seeing it here. And it says there's a whisper on this one. Let me go ahead and play it.
The lights are going off.
No. There.
Okay. Did he say no?
The part that gets cut out of this was me saying.
I thought he was saying
I
no.
thought you were just denying reality.
No, they were asking if I was shutting off the lights.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, I don't know how I would have done that from another room, but
We got another whisper here. I'm kind of glad I didn't listen through these at the beginning because I just cannot. These weren't that long ago, but I just can't remember them.
Dude, I love this. It's so cute.
there.
I really am thinking about
I definitely heard that. Let me play that one again. Here we go.
Dude, I love this. It's so cute.
I really am thinking.
I don't know. It's probably important to point out that we try really hard when we're on an investigation not to whisper.
Right.
And the problem is, like, now that so much time has passed, I'm just going to have to trust our past selves that we did our due diligence.
I remember this investigation being the one where a lot of people were tagging a lot of stuff because we did a podcast like at the end of April where we were talking about how we don't tag enough, and so in this one people were tagging a lot. We try not to whisper on these investigations. We don't always succeed, but I just
And for the EVP project that I'm working on, that we're going to be featuring later on at the end of this year, I've gone through a lot of these things, and I will tell you that on here you hear, because I went back to the original audio on a lot of this stuff, and you hear Tyler saying, tag, 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 tag. I mean, nonstop. So if
on this specific investigation,
investigation,
I remember that too. I remember there being a lot of tagging going on, and I think it was right after we had that realization that we had kind of tapered off on our tagging.
right.
So if
that's why it's there. So I think if any of these that get tagged in here are likely that they should not be us doing any whisper. And he's right about that in the sense that it's kind of human nature. If Chris and I are in a room and I see a shadow over there moving, it's human nature to say, Chris, did you see that shadow? That's kind of human nature to do that. But in reality, I'd be better off to say, Chris, do you see that shadow over there?
We never knew that. For whatever reason, when you're in a dark room, your go-to is to whisper. So we're trying to be, aware and cognizant of that and trying not to do it. I got another whisper here that Ty heard. Let me play it.
There.
Whisper.
Okay, I'm going to play that one again.
Now, these Ty whispers are a lot more valid than anything else because he's back there. It's just him and Bobby, and they're listening to the master mix of that area. So there's nobody else there.
Well, and they're more valid due to the fact that he can't hear.
Right. Well, yeah, for him to tag him.
So let me play it again. That was a pretty good one there. I got another one that Ty heard, probably from that same time frame. Here we go.
Yeah,
The app thing, some people really
Sure.
love them, some people don't. But I can't explain that extra God voice. I cannot. It's kind of like a snake.
No.
And what you're referring to there is a video she showed us on her iPad of the dog. I don't remember specifically why there was a picture or a video of the dog, but there was a video of the dog, and then there was a man's voice who came on it that
Yes.
sounded like it said something. That's what you were talking about when you
Yes.
said God, because that's kind of what it sounded like. I don't know what that hissing could be there.
I mean, that's definitely not one of us.
No.
I try not to do that.
Sound like a snake?
Yeah, I try.
That's really weird.
There's no way that was
I don't know.
any of us.
I can't explain the serpent sound.
I don't know. And that's one of the claims that they had, too.
Yeah.
Whenever they had guests over, they would hear what sounded like something hissing. This is one of the times we took a break outside, and this was the recorder left in the room that caught some breathing. Here it is.
Right there.
Sounds like some pretty labored breathing. Did you hear it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounded like some pretty labored breathing in there. That was in the bedroom, I think.
Yeah.
Which seemed to be where a lot of the claims happened. Here's another one that was caught in that bedroom. Here we go. We were outside for this one, too, I should have said. I don't know if that's like walking around or banging around on something. I can't really tell. But
I left that whole thing in there because you could come back in and say, okay, well, the first one's just the house settling. But that many in a row like that?
Yeah, I don't know. And a lot of these things that we caught here matched claims that they had. They just weren't as aggressive as what Erika is reporting. And I'm not saying she's making. I'm just saying we didn't capture that level of aggressive.
Right, but keep in mind that the house we went to in Willard also was not aggressive on the very first time we went out.
I know. So that's a roundup of what we caught there. We're going to do it next time with Erika there. That may rattle up a little bit more. We never did the Willard house with them there.
No.
So there's no telling what would have happened there. I guess we can find out pretty soon.
Right. Well, but I mean, go back and look at when we investigated Ashley's house and she was there. We had a lot more stuff with Ashley present than when she wasn't.
Yeah, we did. That's true. I forgot about that.
I am fine with, the homeowner staying when we want them to, but I also don't want to normalize it.
No, I know, and we're never going to normalize it. There's a reason why we do it this way. We make the homeowner, take a little break from the place and let us see what we can get. And then if we get anything, that's super aggressive, our hope is that would not bother them because they weren't there whenever we rattled it up. Whether or not that theory holds true, that's a hypothesis we've never fully tested.
Well, and it just also adds another. Our group's already getting quite large.
Right. You mean it adds another person into the mix that we got to watch?
Yeah. Sometimes we can have 6 or 7 people there.
Well, and Dustin is correct on that. Go back to 417 magazine. When they had 3 other people there, Dustin's 100% correct that you've now got to be aware of what the noise, the stuff that those 3 people are doing, and not that they're trying to rig an investigation either.
No.
It's just more bodies you got to be aware of. It kind of comes back into one of the podcasts we did at Ashley's when other Dustin jumped in.
I was just thinking about that. We didn't even know that motherfucker was in there.
And I literally jumped out of my skin.
I wish we had the audio of that. God, that was hilarious.
How do we not? Did we not have anything rolling then?
Well, we wouldn't post it. I mean, why would we post that?
I'm not saying post it. I'm saying, do we not have it? Has it been deleted?
Somewhere. I don't know. Maybe.
There wouldn't be any reason to keep it necessarily. But yeah, that's
hilarious.
It is pretty funny.
So whenever he says it's other Dustin.
I don't think he says that. I think he just says Dustin.
Well, we were going around the horn saying where everybody was. Dustin, I'm on the couch in the living room. John, I'm in the kitchen. Tyler, I'm in this back room where the baby crib is. Other Dustin's on the stairs. Yeah. It's like, who the hell is other Dustin? And how did he get in here?
And that was at that moment in time whenever I raised the microphone. That's the thing that Chris always laughs about so heavily. God. Because I raised the microphone up and you could just see my shadow. And
I remember the silhouette on the wall of John's head.
Yeah, that I just dropped it back down because it's like, no.
That was when we were doing our failed attempt to do a podcast while we investigated.
That was such a funny night too.
The whole thing was, that when we couldn't get the AC going.
Yeah, or turned off. If you add in the fact that we were also in a place that was just wild.
And I think that I think her house down there has got activity too, down in Sparta.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I 100% think so too. I don't know, but I am not concerned, but I do think with her being there, it could be a little wilder.
No, I do too. That's why we've got to be ready to capture everything and be ready to go because I think that I don't know. I think it will. I think it's going to have a lot more activity this time around.
I want to go back to Ashley's house at some point.
We can go back anytime.
I know.
I've talked to her within the week.
We need to do that. That's like I said, just fish in a barrel.
Has Hunter been?
No.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, I think he did.
He has.
He went last time.
Because I remember him standing there with me upstairs. Yeah, he did. I do want to go back too because it seems like
we've been there so many times. Every memory I have has been without Hunter, so I can't picture him.
Well, those were the biggies.
Yeah, he was there on the last time we went there.
I mean, the last time we went to Ashley's house, we caught some stuff, but I don't think
honestly, like 417 magazine should have come to Ashley's house.
I know.
We talked about that. We talked about that.
Yeah.
They would have heard something.
Yeah. I think it worked out pretty good the way we did 417, but we did talk about doing that, about going to Ashley's house and doing it that way. I didn't know exactly what parameters they needed. You know, if they needed.
I just wanted to. I want to give Jamie what he wants.
I think we did.
I mean, but he wants irrefutable. he wants irrefutable like evidence.
I know. You're talking
You're
about.
going to get it there.
Jamie, the individual, is very skeptical, which is good.
No, he is very skeptical, but like he's dying to. He wants to hear something.
Yeah, and I did invite them to come with us again if they want.
Well, that would be the place.
I
to
mean,
take
they don't
him.
even have to document it and write an article. Just if any
No,
of
just
them,
for like personal curiosity.
yeah, if they wanted to come, that would definitely be the one to come to for sure because we've never been there.
I mean, the only other place that you could probably for sure that we could guarantee something burnt to the ground.
Yeah, and if you'll recall, we're going to do a revisit there. That's what I was just thinking. Is a lot of we've got a busy. We've had a busy year this year already with the home investigations, the Tap House, the 417 magazine. You know, we did several businesses. We did. We went to the Dungeons of Doom. You know, we've had the 417 magazine article. We've done a lot of stuff this year. Next year we got a lot of stuff too. We're going to be doing a lot of revisit. I like doing revisits because I know that we have a pretty good odds of catching something when we go out there. And a couple of the revisits we're going to do are Ashley's again. We're going to do Erika's house here in Sparta, and then we're going to do the Willard folks. They live in Springfield again, and they've contacted us, and we're going to go to their house because they're having aggressive activity that kind of matches what they had last time when they lived in Willard. And we're going to see what we can dig up at their house too. And she's not wanting us to come out there and solve anything. She said, "I thought you guys might want to do an update."
I want to that one, the Willard reinvestigation. We should bump that to the top.
We are.
Like that. I think that should happen before any of the other ones do.
Well, scheduling them gets weird, but yeah, we don't necessarily schedule by way of priority. It's going to be a matter of when because I know everybody's going to want to go to that one. So we'll need to make sure that everybody's available.
One of the things, though, that the problem you're going to have now is with as many people as this group has grown to be, I don't know that you're ever going to be able to find a time that absolutely everybody can go.
It could be difficult, and if we can't, we can't. You know, I mean,
you're going to have to do go by when the majority of us
right?
go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how we did 417 magazine. We wanted everyone to be able to come, but we just finally had to do it when the most could come.
Right.
And that's what we have to do. But I know this one's going to have a lot of interest. I mean, we get emails from across the ocean about this Willard house. So that's.
But I agree with Dustin. I would like to push that one up as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely going to be a priority investigation, 100%.
I'm a little nervous about that one.
Well, you never know.
I'm not nervous about it. I'm actually looking forward to it because I want to see now what's going to happen.
Remember, he said that.
Well, no, I do. I want to see what's going to happen now that we've got better equipment, and also we're more seasoned people too.
Yeah, we are more seasoned people, but again,
now you get that big old demon come roaring out of there. I'm not going to say that we're not going to run out of that building because that we absolutely will. But I think that we're better.
If you put me today in the shoes of me that night at the Willard house, I'd still be terrified.
Oh, look, if we get something like that level, yeah, you bet. Will we? I don't know.
I want to be able to catch things like the screeching we heard inside. Now we'll be able to catch that.
And now, even if we're running out of the room, because of the recorder I'm always carrying, we're going to get it saying, where are you boys going?
Well, and we've learned over the years, I'll start recording on my phone or the iPad the second we walk in while we're getting other stuff set up. So anyway, we'll be able to, we will have the capability to capture more. I can't say more is going to happen, but we have the ability to catch more.
And that's the reason why I'm looking forward to this, because this should be an amazing outing. But you never know. You know, we could go in there and nothing could happen.
It could. Yeah,
we could. Or we could be in a driveway huddled up and
crying on each other's shoulders.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. You get something like what happened to us that night in the house we went to in Willard. No, I don't ever. But I don't want to see that type of thing ever again. I don't want to see it go that far. Ever.
Well, that's what they may be dragging along with them, so who knows? She said whatever it is, it's the same thing, and it's followed her.
It's like seeing an old friend.
It's followed her everywhere she's gone. Now, if we were Ghost Adventures, as soon as we walked in the house, it would immediately say Zach.
Oh, yeah.
Because they always remember Zach. But I don't think we're going to be that.
One of us would get an uncontrollable rage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
By Tyler.
Be on the floor pounding our fists. But there's no telling what will happen there. We're going to find out. It's a revisit that we're going to do. We're also going to do an investigation here.
Right.
Here being Pythian Castle.
I want to do that soon, too.
Yeah, but I would put, my vote is, I would put Willard at the top of the list. Not Willard, the town, but wherever they've moved to now.
It's in Springfield. I do know exactly where. I'm not going to say it here. here. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to look forward to it. I think we'll see how it turns out. A lot of those reinvestigations are coming up, which are my favorites because we're kind of familiar with the environment. We know what makes we know what the HVAC sounds like. We know a lot of different things already about it. We don't have to learn them as we go. So those are some things that we've got coming up. It's going to be a busy few months and upcoming year for us. And anything we played today on the podcast that you wanted to hear, you can go to our website and you can find that all at mwghosthunters.com and just click on evidence at the top.
And we'll have more Dark Matter next week from Pythian Castle in Springfield, Missouri with Midwest Ghost Hunters.